Hello everybody, welcome. I'm No02. This deck is about solo clutching Act 2. The thing about the solo clutch decks that I just want to re-emphasize is that these decks are about us having success, either with bots or with teammates who suck. That's essentially it. If you're on a team with people who are quite good, these decks are going to look selfish, because they are. But now with the new solo campaign having success, you can play these decks potentially with the bots by yourself and find success. So these decks are built around totally the idea that either our teammates are dead, or our teammates are bots, and etc. Allowing us to beat acts and missions over and over again, regardless of what happens around us, because we're gamers and we can do it ourselves. But though having the teammates is quite nice as well. Another thing too that's sort of interesting about how I have made Act 2 is that the solo clutch deck is that you can see I have two of them. In theory, we're not doing a campaign from start to finish. We're going from checkpoint to checkpoint, really. And so in theory you could mid-max your deck depending on the checkpoint that you have, right? Because if you're playing from bad seeds, you start off with whatever the hell, 10 cards, or you start off with 10 cards and you're picking your 11th card. So if you're making a deck around the idea that you're going to start playing Act 1 from bad seeds, the order of your 10 cards doesn't matter now. Do we need to worry about extra stamina? Because we're not playing the crossing? In theory, yes, though bad seeds and abandoned and hell's bells are actually rather demanding for your move speed as well. But in theory, you can just build a deck based off of the checkpoint that you're facing. We're going to sort of do that here with the solo clutch deck for Act 2. We're going to sort of mid-max a little bit here, just because Handyman and Broken Bird sort of demand quite a bit of movement speed to do it successfully by ourselves. Right? Again, we're doing this by ourselves essentially. So our teammates suck, or they're dead, or we have bots and they're dead in their soul. Anyways. And we can't really build up the movement speed necessary to clutch Broken Bird by ourselves, and still have enough time to build up our grenade damage so that we can then solo clutch the Heralds of the Worm boss rush to grave danger, right? Well, here we go. We have Hazard Pay Double Grenade Pouch, Classic, Super Solid Foundation. We have money, we have grenades, we can hold out, things like that. If anything scary happens, we can pop a grenade on it. Grenades erase problems and save you health. Cross trainers and superior cardio. We're just building up to Handyman. Fleet of foot right at Handyman. If you watched my Act 2 team composition video, we don't get Fleet of foot until 10, which is Broken Bird. Again, these 3 stamina cards and movement speed cards give us the ability to solo clutch Handyman if literally everyone is dead around us. Fire in the Hole. This card is specific to pipe cleaners in that we need to get through that first gate as quickly and as safely as possible. You hit the button, you'd open up that first gate, it will eventually close, and all the while there is a horde that is chasing you. Whether you decide to play with your teammates or run all the way to the poop slide, whether you decide to use grenades or pipe bombs, that's all up to you. But either way, though, whether your destination is the poop slide or your destination is the concrete plateaus on the left or right, the extra bit of movement speed here is going to help compensate for the slowdown that the waist-high water is going to cause on you. It's going to feel like the water isn't even there. So you throw your pipe, throw your grenade, get some extra health to deal with getting whacked by an extra zombie or two or things like that. Just stay healthy, and it's going to help you get to your destination super duper quickly. So we have literally this one card to help us deal with this one moment, but then it's still going to have really good value when we get the Broken Bird, and I'll talk about it then when we get there. Grenade Pouch, just for the extra supplies. When it comes to playing solo, a lot of times you just need the supplies. You just need the all the gear necessary for you to survive, the gear necessary for you to get out of sketchy situations. And now we have 4 grenades, we have 4 opportunities, or 4 sketchy situations that we can get ourselves or a teammate out of. But also too, with Fire in the Hole, an extra grenade is also an extra 20 points of temporary health. An extra moment where we can use our speed to burst our way through something. Shoulder bag for extra health, just supplies. Right? So again, this deck is about solo clutching things when our teammates suck or when our teammates are bots. If we happen to have really good teammates, we're still valuable because we can give them extra health. We got an extra 80 to 120 points of temp health that we can give them. Carry extra med bags or whatever the hell. Right? We can do it all as far as supplies go. Cold brew coffee for the use speed, as well as the utility. Being able to switch a little bit faster to the grenade and get it down and throw it faster can be really, really nice, really clutch. But cold brew coffee is just kind of an insane card now, I think. I think this is almost like a must include in like just about any sort of like generalized card. Like if you don't know what to put in the deck, cold brew coffee is a nice card to fit into a mission that you just don't know what needs to go there, right? And then headband magnifier. We have 150% extra use speed. Again, this is all about solo clutching. So if we're on Broken Bird and our teammates are dead, the horde, the mutation, it's all chasing us. The strategy that you're going to do in that particular situation is you're going to run away from the weapon crate that you need to hook up. You'll run away. You'll hold that spot for as long as you can. Let everything catch up to you. Then you're going to throw a grenade or your pipe bomb, whatever you prefer, whatever your preferred style is. I always use grenades because it'll kill the zombies in an area, as well as stumble the mutations, and then we burst on through, right? We let everything catch up to us, then we throw our grenade, Fire in the Hole kicks in. We zoom away, we open up some space, and we take off. And hopefully we're able to get to that crate that we need to hook up, and with our extra use speed, we can get to that crate and hook it up, hopefully all 4, before that horde we left behind catches up with us. And then you'll just repeat that pattern of just running as far as you can, using a grenade to bust through the horde, get to the crate, hook it up. Running as far as you can, bust through the horde, get to the crate, hook it up. And hopefully you don't need to do that for 2 of the crates. Hopefully your teammates can be alive for at least the first 2 crates. That's most ideal. But that's the strategy. And we sort of just need to build all the way up to having those tools that allow us to do that particular strategy on Broken Bird. Again, solo clutch, we're doing it by ourselves. I highly recommend that you watch my Nightmare playthrough for Broken Bird specifically, because I show you how to do it with bots. There is a strategy that's rather viable with bots. It's actually easier to do it with bots when you have teammates who don't want to coordinate. Swing Point also has a video of I got to play with Swing Point, and we actually have a video of us doing Broken Bird as a 4-man team. It's all totally possible. Broken Bird is easier than I think people might realize. But check out the video because you'll see the strats, and those strats are actually sort of essential to getting a really easy Broken Bird, because Broken Bird is a mission that can go from easy to impossible really quickly. Now, if we do have teammates and we don't want to just end the run after we've beaten Broken Bird, we do have cards here that then start allowing us to get into the grenade damage. But it's a little too much too late, right? Heralds of the Worm is the checkpoint, so I wouldn't really recommend like burning Hell Can Wait cards so that you can keep getting more continues to then get more cards and then keep that run going. It's the checkpoint. If you die, just let it be, and you can start over. But you can sort of see here how we can't get these 10 cards that allow us to solo clutch, and then also get the damage at the same time. Which is why we have a second deck. This is for part 2. So now that we're at part 2, the order of our cards up to 11 doesn't really matter, because we're starting at Heralds of the Worm. So we have Hazard Pay, Grenade Pouch, Surplus Pouches. No double Grenade Pouch, because we're cutting out the damage, the minus damage that we want. We want to maximize our damage as much as possible. Now we still have Cross Trainers, Superior Cardio, and Fleet of Foot. Forgot these need to be switched. And Fleet of Foot. We still have these movement-based cards because we need to run through the Horde on Heralds of the Worm Part 1. That can be quite challenging. A lot of people tend to die at that part. So, again, solo clutch, we have the tools to get through Heralds of the Worm Part 1. We can run our way through the Horde, things like that. We don't also need a lot of grenade slots here, which is why we just have grenade pouch and surplus pouches. Just because we can piggyback grenades on all 3 missions for the Job 1022 checkpoint. Once we get our movement speed going, we just have bomb squad. Accessory damage. Grenade damage, right? Grenade damage. Glass cannon for Heralds of the Worm. We just sort of max out on the damage. We don't care about the 30 points of health because you're a gamer. You don't need them. You're unstoppable. Chemical Courage for Heralds of the Worm Part 2. Again, just tons and tons of damage. Piggyback the grenades, but at this point, with Chemical Courage and Glass Cannon activated, for the most part, it'll take 3-4 grenades to kill both the Ogre and the Breaker. So you only need 6 grenades at this point, most of the time. And that's if you get direct hits. Now we have Run Like Hell. So, on my Grave Danger playthrough, I have bots for teammates. And I show you how you can do the speedrun strat for Grave Danger. I highly recommend that you watch that video. But essentially, we just buy as many grenades as we can. Buy as many grenades as we can. I would recommend 9 grenades if you can afford it. 9 grenades, and if you can afford pipe bombs after that, I would recommend pipe bombs as well. Buy as many pipe bombs. Get 9 grenades, 3 pipe bombs, if you can afford it. Otherwise, you can skip the pipe bombs. The grenades are more important. Set the grenades up at the triangle. You can watch the video to see all the exact explanation, but this build is, once we get our grenades piggybacked to the correct places, we then just take our gun, and we run to the first snitch. You can either run clockwise or counterclockwise. Either way, you want to run in the same direction because then you kill the snitches in order. By the time you kill the 5th snitch, you're either at the dark graveyard or you're at the parking lot. But you go to one snitch, you shoot it, you kill it. You sprint to the next snitch. You shoot it, you kill it. Go to the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th. Killing snitches as fast as you possibly can. Which is why we have Run Like Hell. If it all goes according to plan and you're good at managing your stamina, nothing will ever hit you during this run. It's relatively easy, especially if you have bots because they'll be pulling a lot of the aggro. You kill the 5 snitches, the breakers will spawn, pop your pain pills, you're hunting the breaker. You are the hunter. Try to find the first breaker, pop your pills, grenade dump it, shoot it if you need to, but 3 grenades really should kill it at this point. Especially if you have bots and they go down at the right time, you'll have Avenge the Fallen on, and you'll easily grenade dump 3 grenades into it. Kill the first breaker, run back to your piggyback's grenade, pick up the next set of grenades, find the second breaker, go grenade dump them. If you die and you want to use some extra continues, fanny pack, so that you have extra health, both for safety, but also you can pop pills again, because sometimes you don't get the second breaker that quickly. So just to guarantee that you have the damage consistency for the second breaker. And if not, you can also get Shredder. Shredder will be twofold in that it actually helps you kill the snitches faster. It's multiplicative with Glass Cannon. As well as with explosive damage and with accessory damage. And so at this point, it'll help you kill the snitches faster. And then when the breaker shows up, you do a quick little mag dump with your gun, whatever it may be. Hopefully it's not a sniper rifle. You want some sort of fast-firing weapon at this point. Weapon dump on the breaker, then you pop the pills, and then you grenade dump or pop the pills, shredder, grenade dump. It'll for sure be dead. You can do this by yourself. If you're playing with teammates, like real human teammates, you can offer to do the strategy for them, and you can have the 3 of them stay inside the church, and they're your insurance. They'll still pull some aggro, being inside the church, and then you just run around, kill all 5 snitches, and then you just individually try to hunt down the breaker. If you can kill 1 or 2 of them, maybe, like, that would be really, really nice for them. But either way, check it out. And if this doesn't work, like, if you have teammates and they want you to, like, stay in the church with them, You need to stay in the church, do your best, grenade dump the breakers when they show up. Have fun. You can actually pop Shredder and get down in front if they want to play inside the church and you don't want to grenade dump your teammates. But I would recommend this if you're going to play with bots for sure. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Tell me what you think of this deck, if it works for you or not. Check out the videos where I demonstrate using a deck just almost exactly like this to some extent. Demonstrating how it works with bots and how you can solo clutch by yourself with bad teammates or with bots. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the future.